What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat back, and it is Tuesday night, and with the NNR season restarted, that means it's truck night. We got, about 14 or 16 trucks that are going to be live right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Going to see who's going to try to hit that jackpot, who's going to be standing on stage singing with the one and only Wayne Newton, dancing with the showgirls, throwing gold coins in the air, showering themselves with champagne. That's right, it's all right here. But no, it's a truck series, and got a little bit of a treat for you. Unfortunately, the one and only Lucky Dog couldn't make it. Had to have a little bit or he had a little bit of an issue here just recently, so I had to get that taken care of. Lucky, I definitely hope you're on the mend here very, very soon, and look forward to seeing you back next week when we head over to Auto Club. That's going to be the second part of our miniature West Coast swing. So in Lucky's spot, we got the one and only Tennessee Vols. Y'all have heard him as the very recent voice of American Ethanol, a couple times with eSpark, definitely a few times throughout the Fast Family League Showdown. Vols, welcome to NNR. It's the second race of the season, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, first mile and a half, high draft, whole lot of game. How the hell are you, man?
I'm fantastic. I'm kind of upset. I should be in this race. I tried out for NNR. But unfortunately, due to me leaving, I'm not going to be able to compete this year. So I said I'm not going to take a spot up from anybody, but it is fantastic. But I can't believe out of all the things you said about Las Vegas, you forgot about one of the greatest Vegas showmen of all time, Elvis Presley. You know, you can go dance to the Hotel of Love, the Burning Love, or whatever. That sounds like somebody else. But it's going to be fantastic. Race number 2 here at Vegas. The draft is going to be very important. Let's just see how these 16 trucks are going to manage here tonight.
Yeah, they can do anything they want to do as long as none of them end up in Hotel or Jailhouse Rock. If you want to throw the Elvis puns out there, absolutely, King of Rock. But man, it's going to be a lot of fun. Anybody that caught the race last week saw a margin of victory of .033 when T-Glass and FNL Bowling came to the line side by side. Bowling tried a little bit of side draft, able to pull him back just a little bit, but not enough to actually go ahead and get ahead of him. So they came to the line, and Bowling was that close, like a bumper, and that was it. So man, that was a hell of a finish. The entire race. And another thing I wanted to point out, in case you missed it also, that wasn't after like a 3-lap shootout or something like that. They went caution-free all throughout Stage 3. They only had 2 cautions throughout the entire race other than the stage break. So you figure 2 cautions and a full green third stage, and to come with a margin of victory like that just goes to show a lot of the talent that these truckers have. And I'm looking forward to Vegas tonight as well. The normal draft, like you said, 16 trucks or so, going to be side by side. They're going to be under the Vegas star line. The lights around this place look phenomenal on these trucks. Man, if you can't tell, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I'm very excited too. I'll tell you one thing. I did watch that truck race last week, and I was on the edge of my seat at the end of it. But there was one person that's in the field tonight that was not in the field last week, and that's Mr. Slide Job. Look for him tonight to show dominance from the start of the race, from qualifying until the end. I'm not going to go all in on him, but I'm putting a good chunk on Mr. Slide Job in that truck that he's got tonight. He's the odds-on favorite on my end. And if I talked to everybody else the rest of the day, he was one of the ones when he said that he was going, people had their eyes on him. He's fast there at Vegas. That's one of his favorite tracks. I'm looking for him to go up there and cash that check in.
Yeah, Slide Job's absolutely going to do a phenomenal job. He just came back from a week-long vacation, so he's well rested, able to get in here and get going. And you've got to figure, if T-Glass and Bowling were pretty much the class of the field last week. Adding Slide Job to that, man, this might be a hellacious fight for the top 3 or top 5. But I'm curious. The points are really, really tight. Who's going to get the most stage points? Who's going to come away with the win? Who's going to be, who's going to have that check mark when it comes to talking about Vegas? Man, there's 130 laps that rest ahead of us. I'm about ready to see these Silverados, these F-150s, and these Tundras get up, get going, and get gone. It's going to be a phenomenal race.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fantastic to watch. Looking forward to calling this race with you and all the viewers that are out there. Thanks for tuning in to us. Let's have some fun and go trucking.
Yeah, these guys are out here right now. They're about halfway or so through qualifying. We figured we'd get on here a little bit, talk about the race, talk about what we had going on. Boehner, thank you very much for everything you're doing out there in chat. Grace, good to see you. Duct Tape, congratulations on your first win in the Hurricane Racing League. Seventh Monkey, good to see you out there as well. Congratulations for making the NNR roster, and we'll be talking about you here pretty soon. Bane's introducing himself as the one and only Bane Pockrass. Definitely has done a great job calling these the extra information that I may not be able to cover all the time. As we work our way throughout the field, he's been great with labeling just about everybody where they were throughout the field, first through 10th and so on. So great job, Boehner. Glad that you're out there, man. I love having your help, buddy. All right. Well, I'm going to take a quick sec here as well, Vols. In the top of your screen, you see that scroll behind talking about a Chase Elliott All-Star Win diecast. I'm going to put the link for that. And then I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it in case you haven't already seen it. But this is if you go to morethancape.org, you'll see a lot of information about TJ's story. TJ was More Than a Cape's little boy. Unfortunately, he lost his fight to cancer, and a charity was created, to try to help out with pediatric cancer research, and Cape has been very, very active in that, as you can imagine. Well, the diecast that's in the top of your screen, that's the car that Chase Elliott put in victory lane at the Bristol All-Star race, where NASCAR allowed the street glow, or just the LED lights under the cars. Well, he's got one of these cars on pre-order. It'll be available in December or January, and he's got a raffle going for him. $5 gets you one ticket. $10 gets you 2 entries. So please go on out, hit that PayPal link. Go ahead and grab as many tickets as you want, as well as go to morethancape.org. You'll find out a whole lot more about TJ, his story, the entire mission of the charity. I think it's a 501c, if I'm not mistaken. He's put that out there a couple times. But we're coming to the end of Pediatric Cancer Research Month. Definitely hope that all y'all will go on out. At last count, I think Cape said there was between 40 and 45 entries. So we definitely like to see more than that. I'll have my tickets here come Thursday or Saturday. I plan on buying at least a handful. I hope that all of y'all out there will join me, and remember, it's all for a great cause.
That sounds like a fantastic cause right there. Mom, if you're in the chat, will you please copy that link for me and send it to me on Messenger so I can have that and I can go in and try to register too.
There you go. I'm sure it'll be absolutely appreciated. All right, those guys are done with chat. We'll find out here who's got our front row here pretty soon. If anybody out there already knows, kind of keep it to yourself. We want to all be a little surprised. I just saw the invite from SWATs pop up on the screen, but we're not going to take that as of yet. It looks like Cowboy's stream is still under paused. By the way, I will have the stream of Cowboy And I think there's one other streaming tonight to kind of follow along with laps and fuel and all that. So come on out, hang out, chat it up, keep each other company, keep us company. And speaking of companies, Vols, man, a lot of people out here don't really know a whole lot about you, but everybody out there, Vols is about ready to be deployed. I'm not sure if it's just a temporary duty or what. If you want, you could fill us in. If you can't really do it, I completely understand as well. But very soon, Vols is going to be heading for Korea in the United States Army. Definitely hope everybody out there in chat will join in and wish him well on his journey, both to and from and while he's there. Vols, I've told you in chats, being a prior Air Force in the security forces, I definitely wish you well. Thank you very much for your service, and brother to brother, I've got your six, sir.
Yeah, heading off to Korea on Saturday morning. This is one of two final things I'll do for the Heat community. Broadcast tonight, and then tomorrow, if you go over to my Twitch channel, Tennessee Vols 88, and watch the American Ethanol race tomorrow at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll call that race me and Pizza Wayne, and I believe one other person's going to come join us there. We're going to head to Korea after that, and I'll do two more broadcasts for American Ethanol there, which will be very early in the morning. So if I'm cranky to start the stream, I apologize. We'll just be waking up with a cup of coffee. We're going to go over there and do some training and teach some Korean people some stuff that is going to be helpful for them just in case anything happens with North Korea. Very fun. It's going to be fun 9 months. Going to try some new beers, while we're there, and do some cool teaching as we go. So very excited. I appreciate it very much. The love. If anybody wants some cool stuff, let me know. We can try to send back some things, and maybe I'll have a couple cool stories about getting really.
Well, we're getting loaded in as far as getting anything. So yeah, come on in and get ready to call this race with me, man. It's good to have you here tonight. It's something that we've talked about for a while, just never really was able to make it happen. So here you are on almost the eve of you deploying, and it's gonna be good.
Gonna need that invite.
Boehner should be sending that out to you right now.
Yep, there it is. Boehner,
All
send
right.
it to me.
All right, very cool.
Awesome.
So, again, we're about to rack and stack these guys up under the Las Vegas lights. Just a little out of the way from the strip, but here we go. So, under their pace lap, let's go through the field. Looks like we got the 38 of NNR Bowling. Then we got the 24 of Krabby Soup. Krabby, good to see him out here tonight. Then we got the 00 of Boss E. Geo. With the 99 of Shadilak, old Swat's brother. Good to see him here. 74 of Owen Cornett, another service member. Thank him very much for his service. You got 16 of Siege Tempest. The 18 of NNR Cowboy. Looks like he's actually falling to the back. Not quite sure what that's about. You got T Glass in that 15 truck, last week's winner. Then you got the 40. There's your buddy, old Mr. Slide Job, your pick. You got the 88, I believe that is. A little bit of a glare on the top of Beast Hunter. Yep, the 88. 33 of Haskell the Rascal. 51 of NNR Swats, your series admin. The 32 of Anarchy Vendetta. The 56 of Walmart Ricky. It's going to be his first NNR start. 98 of old Papa Bear. 23 of More Than a Cape. And we are back up top. Vols, they are all yours. Coming to the start stripe. Take us green there, sir.
Here we go. Green flag is out here. NNR Bowling is going to be the first one there. He's got the 24 truck on his outside. They're roaring, getting up to speed into turn one. Going to look for everybody to dive down to the bottom and try to get that really short way around the track to try to not strobe off any speed. Here comes Boss in the 99, getting up on the backside of him here. Getting a run, new second place guy, Bossy George, as they try to trail down Bowling.
Yeah, looking ahead from the 24 of Krabby Soup. Krabby's all over the back of that Carolina Nut Ford F-150. Like you said, though, everybody out there right now chase our leader. And it's kind of early already, Balls, but it seems like everybody has come on down, running just a single line all the way through the tri-oval, all the way through the corners. Couple trucks going to try to wash up and run that high line. I did a little bit of testing with some of the Cup guys here over the last few days, and there's actually quite a bit of speed up on that high line if you've got your setup set up for it. So, with saying that, do you think that we're going to have a mixed bag? Some of the guys that are going to be a little, cautious and start out a little low on the preset scale might fall back in the early beginning, and have some of the guys that are a little bit higher on the presets, try to work their way up a little bit. If you're out there on track, you said that originally you were supposed to be racing tonight. Where do you think you might be?
Well, I'm not a big Vegas fan, but I probably would have went with a 3. I'd have went on the tight side here and tried to work the track as much as I could and let the draft kind of dictate how this race is going to play. If you're running the high side, like I see Krabby up there right now, he's able to manage the draft. He's getting a good run down the back straightaway by the 38 truck when he was a tad bit closer. So he's able to get the speed and keep it all the way around the track. He might be running a looser setup, but I like the high line anywhere I go. I eventually would have made the car or the truck very loose, and I'd have went up there. I hope that we get some 2 and 3 wide racing in the corners, and somebody makes it happen. The guys in the back, that's where the aggression is going to have to come from, because right now the leader's pulling away from the field, and you have a pack back here through second on 6th. So they're having to dictate how they're going to get around traffic here. I'm looking for somebody back there in the back to make the high lane work within the first pit stop. So I'm going to go tight and try to make it loose. But I mean, it looks like Krabby has made his truck loose, and that's going to bite him, I think, in the long run. Just me personally, it's going to bite him.
Yeah, that's very, very possible, and that was something that I was kind of leaning towards. If you're up there already and you're really laying down the throttle, using up that right rear to get yourself pointed in the right direction, coming off the corner, eventually the 2 times wear that happens and the fuel gets used up, the truck gets lighter and lighter. Eventually, you're going to start to lose the rear, and you're going to be pointed in the wrong direction coming off these corners. So I'm wondering if that might be why the 24 Hooters truck decided all of a sudden to drop on down just behind the 00 and the 16 as they're side by side going into 3 and 4. But I wonder if the 24 is starting to save something, save some of his resources, and just kind of riding for now. But as you said, that leader's starting to pull away.
Yeah, but here comes my pick, sitting in the 3rd place position. Mr. Slide Job has sliced through the field, and he's going to get a run on Boss through the corner. He's pushing him, and he's able to kind of work more on the low side. He's hugging the bottom really well. It looks like he has a mixture between he's able to hustle the car, which means he's not sliding the right rear as much as the cars behind him. And I believe the car in front of him, it looks like Boss is just a tad bit too tight through the center of the corner. So to me, it looks like these trucks definitely went with a very mixed bag here. A lot of these trucks went with a very loose setup, because you can see they're riding the wall a whole lot more than what you normally would run here this early in the race. Typically, you start drifting up the track later on in the run when the tires are starting to go away a little bit and it's harder to get to the bottom. But it looks like they definitely went with just a little bit more of the of the loose setup here to try to get that single truck speed. But it looks like Slide Drop has definitely went perfectly in the middle here, and looking forward to him passing Mr. Boss and getting up there and challenging this leader who has still pulled away and is in great control of this race.
Yeah, he just continues to pull away, and like you said, you got the Bossy Geo, you got the 40 of Mr. Slide Job again. Welcome back from his vacation. But first through third, all nose tail. Right now, fourth is a little bit of a battle, side by side. And behind them, they are very spread out. You got a pack of two, pack of three. You got a couple of lone drivers a little bit further in the back. Panda Girl, welcome on over. I definitely I sympathize with you. I definitely hope that our stream tonight here for the NNR Truck Series live from Las Vegas Motor Speedway goes off without a hitch. No server bump so far. Going to knock on a little bit of wood. Even if it's pressed or otherwise, I don't care. Hopefully it does some good. But so far, so good. Definitely good to see you. Bama Trauma. I definitely recognize that name. Hope you're well as I hope you're well as well. There, I was saying it right. Good to see you, ma'am.
Yeah, that would be
NASCAR,
my mother.
good to see you. That's why I said ma'am. Yeah. Yep.
She always comes to enjoy these races. She's learning a lot more about NASCAR too. Hopefully, I can get her to a Talladega race out there in Alabama.
I still haven't been to one. I've watched several throughout the years, but unfortunately, I've never actually been to Dega. I've been to Pocono many times. Been to Atlanta. Been to Charlotte. I mean, I've been to quite a few places, but unfortunately, never ever to Dega or Daytona. It just never seemed to work out. Been to Homestead. I mean, yeah. So, yeah, Dega is definitely somewhere I want to go.
Ooh, great battle for second. Mr. Slide Job got in behind Boss. Looked like he got him just a tad bit loose. Used a little bit of the bumper there while he was drafting. I do not think it was intentional. He was pushing him down the front straightaway, and Boss went to turn into the corner, and it just ever so slightly kind of moved the back end of that truck, and Mr. Slide Job got by him, but it was a great move and a great car control from Boss and Mr. Slide Job to be able to save that there and get through this lap unscathed.
Actually,
Shadowlag, my bad.
Yeah, Shad, yeah.
99.
Yep.
Glare. The trucks look exactly the same. It's those damn Fords.
Well, right now you got this Carolina Nut Ford F-150 pushing the that 99 machine from Shad all the way up. And hopefully these guys, if they can continue to work with each other, they might actually be able to get up there and contend and make this a three-way battle for P1. But behind these two, it's a whole lot of space. So right now, I'm going to go through the field, but right now this is actually the battle trying to catch the leader.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of competition right there from third on back. First, second, and third are able to kind of work the draft just a little bit better. And I think about now that the 40 has the 38th draft here, you're gonna see an increase in his lap time because he's finally getting some draft. He hasn't really had it. He's been kind of backed up in the corner. Looks like his truck's starting to come in just a little bit better than it did in the first little part of the run. But he's getting a very big draft down the front and back straightaway. In the corner, he really is beating him. He's running the same lane, but it looks like he's able to get back in the gas just a little bit better. Just listening to his truck, he's not rolling it as hard as the 38 is, but the 38's pulling him on the back straightaway and the front straightaway. Looks like he has just a little bit more speed in that truck, but the 40 has a whole lot better handling at this moment.
Yeah, 40's doing very well. Although coming off of two right there, the rear end of that thing was a bit back and forth. So we'll have to see if that was just him oversteering or what. But I can tell you, looking at the stream of Cowboy Fan in this Safe Flight 18, looks like he actually just status that he's going to be coming on down pit road. And it actually looks like he's coming on down pit road for tires more than fuel. So this might be something that we're going to have to watch. There's 12 laps remaining. A full fuel tank says you can go about 24, but I believe that this is one of those tracks where your fuel actually goes just a little bit quicker than what it says you're going to get when you're going down and coming off of pit road. So 12 laps remaining. It should be coming out with 11 to go once he exits pit road. But yeah, for Boehner and Magic Mike and all y'all out there, right now. The 38 of NNR Bowling, he's got that truck in the wind, and he's doing all right so far.
Yeah, this is. I'm very surprised that he pitted this early. Tires are an issue, but that's the difference. People who went with the looser setup here, they're sliding. They're not able to get into the corner and can contain it as much as the guys that are running in the top five are right now. The more you drive the car or the truck hard in the corners and kind of dive it in and try to get to the bottom and you get back on the gas, there it looks like the 38 car is pitting right now. He signaled to the second place guy, but they're driving it in so hard with the loose setup that the right rear of the truck is just kicking out, and it's going to burn that tire off completely. So I'm very shocked that they are pitting. I think they 3 laps earlier than the leader did. You're not going to gain very much time with the leader's pace that he's putting down. Or the top three in general. So,
Well, as you mentioned, the leader, 38 of Bowling, he's gone on down pit road. Just saw
top
the
two are pitting as well.
Yep. I was just going to say the 40 niche truck of Slide Job, he's going to bring it on down pit road. 99 of Shadowlack is going to try to whoa that up just a little bit also. And more are starting to follow suit. Looks like everybody got off the track rather, able to whoa it up and bring it on down pit road. Nobody looked like they were super aggressive, so it should be able to bring it on back out. We'll have to see just how much of a lead that one extra lap of brand new Eagle Feel Good is going to do or is going to be for Bowling. Because if I'm not mistaken, when you first come out, you can almost go full throttle all the way around. So as these two exit pit road, we'll have to see where that 38 comes flying on by, or if they were able to gain a little bit of time. Who knows? Maybe they took right sides. Maybe 38's already been and gone. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I think that the 38 played it smart. I was thinking that the 40, once he saw that the 38 dipped down, that he was going to jump down there with him. But I did not see that happen. And him pitting a lap later, I don't see the 38, and I don't believe that he would have gained that much time on the 40. That is an aggressive amount of time that you would gather, especially with how close they were before that the 38 came down and pitted. Might have to check and see. There could have been a problem on that 38 because I don't believe he gained 4 or 5 seconds here.
Yeah, no, looking at Cowboy Stream right now, it actually looks like the 40 is your current race leader. I'm guessing when Bowling went in, he decided he was going to go ahead and grab 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, same as he did in the closing laps of last race, and he was able to run down the leader just about fully. That's what brought us to that phenomenal finish. But right now, 38 is just a little behind our leader. Whoa, 51 of Swats is around. Looks like he's got. Actually, it looks like he was able to be missed. So I don't think that's going to bring out a caution. And let's see, there's a 99. We were watching the 40 earlier, trying to catch back up. There's old Slide Job right now. So Slide Job coming off the corner, about to head. He's just gone through the tribal as the leader. Next time either Swats or Cowboy comes by the start stripe, I'll go ahead and grab us the lap count. And that's actually right about now. So survey says at the line, we've got 4 laps remaining here in stage 1.
Yeah, I think the 2-tire pit stop here, that's a pretty smart move on Mr. Slidejob's part. He missed last race, and I believe he is running for the Truck Series Championship, if I'm not mistaken. That's a very smart move. He missed one race, so he wasn't able to get stage points or race points. So to play some strategy, he has a fast car. He has a fast enough truck to do it. So to take two tires and stay up front, that is not a bad thing there to go ahead and take a playoff point and see if he can add on to that for the rest of the season.
Well, I got to bring something else up here as soon as I get there. These are actually a couple of brothers right now running P1 and P2. I saw these guys practicing. So right now, I'm sorry, not brothers. I was thinking about SWATs as I was watching him. But no, right now you got the 40 of Slide Job, and you got the 99 of Shadowlack. Shadowlack and SWATs are brothers. It's kind of where I was going with that. 2 laps remaining now. So I don't think the 99 is going to have enough time to get there, but he is absolutely still trying to track down that Nice 40 machine and do what he can. But either way, it's going to be a great stage finish for at least the top 2 or top 3.
Yeah, it's looking good, and the pure speed that they have here in these trucks is incredible. We were able to see before green flag pit stops the top 3 break away from the field. Now, you don't have very much time on a green flag pit stop to make an adjustment. So you're in and out. You don't want to take any more time than you necessarily have to. Oh, the 40 got loose. I believe he's out of fuel. Something happened to the 40.
I'm guessing that is the stage, but did he run out before the line? We'll have to see once Cowboy.
I believe the 99 won it.
Come across the stripe. Yeah, we'll find out here in just a second. That'll be an interesting play. But Marty, welcome to the stream, sir. Good to see you. I heard you guys suffered a few server bumps. Sorry to hear, buddy. But all right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. As always, come on and follow old NNR. We definitely follow you back. Good to see everybody.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past racing.
That was an interesting end to stage 1.
Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, guys, we're back. As always, you don't miss a thing anytime we take a quick commercial break. Definitely some people in the back having some issues. Now, Boehner mentioned that something happened with the 51, some kind of technical difficulty. Not quite sure if he met with his wheel or internet connection or what, but we are back under green. Keeping an eye right now with the 24 of Krabby Soup. The 40 of Slide Job 2 is outside. Right now, that 99 of Shad. He's got that Ford F-150 in the wind. Everybody else behind him, double wide, at least 3 rows deep here, Vols.
Yeah, we got Slide Job out on the high side. Looks like he has got to run down the front straightaway. He is going under the 99 here for the lead with what I believe is the 15 truck behind him. New leader here going into turn 1, Slide Job. Ooh, the 99 is to his outside still. He did not clear him all the way. They got to run. 99 makes a run for it. He's the leader going into 3. This is fantastic racing on this restart here. 3 wide back in the back. They settled it out. They're back 2 wide here. Slide is making a run again. That 15 truck is someone we haven't seen in the first stage make any headway toward the front, but something happened. I believe the 38 started at the tail end. For something, I believe he had an issue on pit road or got some damage. But you got a shuffle through the field here, and we still don't know what happened to Mr. Slide Job, if he ran out of fuel or what he did, but
yeah, unfortunately at the end they didn't scroll through the stage 1 standing, so I'm not 100% sure. Sorry about that. But either way, we're back, kind of working our way through the field, and right now riding along with that Safe Light Toyota from Cowboy guy again. He's nice enough to stream for us tonight, right along with SWATs. Help us keep up with everything. It'll be interesting to see now, Vols, if after the stage 1 break, everybody's able to get in, finish up any kind of adjustments that they might have started during that green flag break, and see just who might have something now. As you mentioned, the 15's working his way up here. That's last week's winner. That's old T-Glass. Him and Bowling battled it out at Michigan. Right now, here he is up in the top 3 trying to get back in old familiar territory.
Well, as we see right now, just at the beginning of this stage, we're bunched together. your top 7, top 8 are still together. You can kind of throw a blanket over them, and they're not pulling away. There's no separation. So whatever the guys did that was in the back, they made the adjustments that was able to give them the speed up front. And if they can stay up here for the rest of this race, man, we're in for a barn burner. See if we can go 2 for 2 of photo finishes here this week.
That would be nice, and they've definitely got the draft to go ahead and do that. 15 and the 38, both that's who finished first and second last week. A little bit of contact there, a little bit of a side draft attempt maybe, but 15 is going to be able to pull that spot in front of the 38 of Bowling. Still behind them is going to be the 24. So right now your top 5 all lined up coming through the tri-oval, nose to tail going in 1.
Yeah, 38 down on the bottom. Looks like he's pushing tight. He shoved the 15 up, just another lane up the track. It looks like the 38, when he gets under another truck and he tries to run the bottom, it kind of pushes him up just a tad bit, but it didn't hurt the 15. The 38 backed off, and he let the 15 go ahead and go. T-Glass is riding there in third. He's in the wall.
Yeah, a little bit of slight contact with the wall, maybe watching out for traffic, not 100% sure. From what we saw last week at Michigan, the 15 of T-Glass doesn't make very many mistakes. But you know what? Michigan, I don't know if you'd actually want to, build someone's skill off of that kind of track. You basically got to have a really, really great handling track at Michigan that can do well in a draft, can do well in dirty air and whatnot. Looks like Bain just put out there in chat the stage 1 result. So in fact, the 40 Mr. Slide Job did come in P1, 99 in P2, and 24 in P3.
Good. I called that he was going to win stage 1, and there he is. He got it. I mean, Bowling has a very fast forward. It's going to be very interesting to see what these top 3, top 4 can do with T-Glass coming into the picture as the race progresses, making the small or major adjustments. I wouldn't believe that the people running the top 4 that are breaking away from the field would have that ill handling of a truck, but you never know. You've heard worse on Kyle Busch's radio as he's leading the race. I'm sure that somebody up there might make an adjustment that maybe, the guys in the back wouldn't think of. So this is shaping up for a three truck showdown like you predicted at the beginning of the race.
Yeah, and right now, 99 Cadillac still in the lead. 40 of Slide Job really trying to hunt him down. Then you've got, it's not T-Glass. That is the 38 right now in P3. So Bowling right where he's comfortable. I talked to Bowling in the middle of the season, after last season, before this one started, and he felt very, very good about his chances in trying to get a truck championship before he moves up to Xfinity. I don't know if that's like a personal goal of his, that he wants to get that before accepting another ride in another series, but man, if that's what he's trying to do, that means he's going to be risking perfection every single week, putting in the time as they're about to go 3 wide. They're coming off the corner. But 40 tried looking underneath the 99, no dice there. 38 very close in tow. They got 2 cars right behind, and then there's a pack of 5. These guys are still getting after it. Everything has been green so far. No cautions other than the stage break. Definitely want to welcome everybody out there in chat. Thanks for coming along.
Yeah, I understand what Mr. Bowling is saying. I had an opportunity to go do Xfinity racing, and I said no, thank you. I want to win the NNR Truck Series Championship, and I will say it here on this chat that next season when I compete, I am going to win the Truck Series Championship before I go to Xfinity. It's a personal goal on his portion, and he is making a believer out of everybody. He ran great last week at Michigan. He's running great here. He's competing with 2 of the best 2 in the front. Cadillac and Slide Job are 2 fast individuals every track that they go to, and he is making it look kind of easy. He drove after a speeding penalty in stage 1. He drove from the back to the front, and he's up here challenging for second. He's had some runs, but he hasn't been able to complete them. due to the fact that it feels like it just looks and feels like his truck is just tight when it gets under traffic, and he's not able to do anything unless he has the lead.
Yeah, looking ahead now from that 15 at T-Glass, looks like the 40 slide job was able to get under the 99. 99 now has that high line. He's also got some help from behind, so maybe a little bit of momentum. We'll have to see how deep he's able to dive it into 3 and 4. They are side by side, 2 rows deep. First and second side by side, 15 and 38 side by side, 15 and 38.
Oh, 38, 15 at contact.
Yep, just a little bit of contact, though, not too shabby. I don't think the 38 got any real damage, as still side by side for first. 99 is able to hold on to that high line, as now you see the 40 kind of coming up, pinching him up to the high side without really pushing him into the wall. So good job by slide job there. But when is a little of aggression too much? We saw that in the Cup race last week. Ford is going to be able to go on and take that lead. I have a feeling 99 might have a score to settle now, though.
Yeah, I aggression is good at some points in time during the race. I'm not going to be overly critical about that move. I've made similar moves to that. I can't really say that it's warranted, but sometimes when you're driving deep into the corner and you're both on each other's quarter panel, you're door to door. Sometimes the physics of the game, the air that takes off of the truck, your vehicle isn't set up to that. So maybe it was just they were just side by side and they both got really close to one another, and it just made the 40 really tight. Or maybe the 99 doesn't think that, and he's going to come back up there and he's going to have something to say at the end of this one. So it's going to be very interesting to figure out. I like some aggression.
Well, it's also very possible that the 40 saw the kind of runs that the 99 was getting on the high side, so he moved up to try to keep up with the runs that Cadillac was getting, and just the 40 got a better launch. 99 might have had to check up, so he didn't get too much contact or make too much contact with the outside wall. Now, as you see the 15 at T-Glass, he's going to try the 40 on the outside as well. Pull up right to the back bumper, a slide job, and all 5 cars here right now have a very, very legitimate shot at a great top 5 finish here once we come to the end of the stage in about 8 or 9 laps.
Five cars that are able to run both lanes. They're not committed just to the bottom. This isn't just ride the white line track. You have the middle and the high lane working here. We saw the 99 stay on the quarter panel in the door of the 40. You see the 15 getting a run down the back straightaway on the 40 right here as he's been riding the middle to upper groove. This is very intriguing to see, because if the Xfinity race and the Cup race do anything like this truck race will, with a lot faster people in it, man, viewers, y'all need to tune back in to Pete's stream tomorrow and Thursday for one hell of a show.
Yeah, tomorrow night going to be the Xfinity race. I should have either the one and only Rick James, and starting to see more and more people duck on down below that white line, indicating that they're pitting. And as Slide Job did that, he actually brought the entire top 3 right to his bumper, and going to try to whoa it up just in time. Here comes 3 of your top 4 anyway. Slide Job, the 15 of T-Glass, and the 38 of Bowling, all down on pit road at the same time. They are going to be nose to tail. We'll have to see how they come on out. So that should have handed the lead over to the 24, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll have to double check. And,
Cadillac, 99.
99 is Cadillac. Okay, so he didn't come down pit road. Okay.
He's staying out. I mean, I think that is a very bold move that he is making right here. He is staying out. That's an extra lap. There's 2 laps that he has stayed out. Why these gentlemen have pitted. Very, very bold. I don't know if he's going to try to run this out as long as possible just to take 2, or he's pitting this lap. But 2 laps is a long time here at Vegas to stay on this racetrack while the competition has pitted.
Yeah, and when we saw the pits earlier, we talked about on that first lap out, if you don't have an issue with your tires on a long run. You can go just about full throttle all the way around. So if they're doing that while Cadillac is just now coming on down pit road, he's going to lose a ton of time. But I think, seeing that the three other trucks around him, signaled to go down pit road, he might have said, you know what, four is going to be too many. I don't want to get collected. He's got a fast truck, should be able to work his way back up. Again, we're coming to the end of stage 2 here, so he's going to have plenty of time to get stacked back up with the guys that he's been racing with all throughout the first couple of stages. This might not be a bad move for him. His truck's going to be clean, where it could have led to a few more difficulties for him. So could have been heads up driving by him.
Yeah, I'm watching his truck right now. The 40 has just gotten to him. They're side by side down the back straightaway as he's merging back on. I believe that is the 16, or the 15 has passed him. The 38's on the high side, and he's not clear. So he's going to fill in P3 right here. So I guess I was wrong. I don't know if he took 2 tires or what. It was a very quick pit stop for the 99 Ford. But that he slid into 3rd place. I thought he was going to lose a ton of time. I had a feeling he was going to drop out of this top 4 by a long shot. But he made he made a liar out of me, I guess.
Well, they're the ones out there driving these things. They're the ones that know what their trucks can or can't do. I would hope that during the week, they came down here and they tested out 4 tires versus 2. Make sure that their truck wasn't going to be too loose. Tested out all their adjustments, their wedge, their tape, left side pressures, right side pressures, and they know what they're going to have for the long run. But yeah, pretty good job by Cadillac in that 99. As you can see, running right now in P3, first and second, a little bit of a gap. From 3rd back to 4th, again a little bit of a gap. But T Glass in that 15 still trying to run down the 40th slide job with about 2 laps remaining.
Yes, indeed. The 40 truck has definitely proved that he's going to come out here and he's going to try to win as much as he can. T-Glass, he's backing up that his win at Michigan was not a fluke. Everybody says Michigan's just a draft track. Well, you're coming to a track here that's very handling oriented. You got to have speed, but you also have to have the handling as well. And he is definitely making it work. He drove all the way up here to the 2nd position.
Yep, and at the line, it looks like it's going to be the 40th slide job to grab stage 2 max points. T-Glass in 2nd, 99 of Cadillac, 38 of Bowling, and then I believe that's going to be the 24. Nope, it's not going to be the 24. Let's see who's going to show in P4 here in just a second. I can tell you 6th through 4th place was Bowling. All right, and then yeah, all right. So yeah, we're good. Bowling, not a bad finish at all.
No, not bad at all. He made a mistake speeding on pit road, dropped to the back, and then he had to drive all the way back to the front. And let's see if he can capitalize, after he made that mistake and come up here and compete for this win with T-Glass and Slide Job, who has shown that them and Cadillac are the top 3 contenders here for this win.
Yeah, so welcome back to old Slide Job. Good job by him. Now 2 stages up, but we'll have to see who's going to be able to grab that ever-important 3rd stage. Looks like it's going to be T-Glass in the 40, going to be nose-to-nose coming to the start stripe. You got 38 of Bowling, and then 99 of Cadillac. Back under green, heading into stage 3, also heading into turns 1 and 2. 38's got a big pull off the back bumper of that 40. Going to be able to get past the 15 of T-Glass. You got quite a few others back there in tow as well. When we restart and we're side by side like this, the racing is always intense. These guys, hard, holding onto that wheel for everything it's worth, really tabbing on those on the controllers, trying to keep the car straight, keeping out of other people's ways, not really being too aggressive with any kind of side drafts. It's the 24 Krabby Soup right now. He's also looking underneath this 15. He wants to move that Hooters Silverado into P3.
Yeah, this is where the aggression picks up. Boehner says in the chat, 54 laps to go in this race. You got to get all that you can. This is a track position race. You can hold the bottom as much as possible and try to keep people behind you, especially if they're faster than you. The 38 and 40 are proving that they are giving each other a lot of path. I believe caution's out here.
Yeah, it looks like our first caution. So while this comes out, we're going to go ahead and take a quick beverage break. We will be, we'll be right back.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat Preset League on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to nnrleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, so just a couple seconds left here as they get ready to, take that green again. No, Graves, that is a little bit of lemon lime Kool-Aid. It's all just in a Mountain Dew bottle though. But nope, no Mountain Dew right now. Hope you're well, by the way. So 38 of Bowling, giving that 40. I'm sorry, giving the 15 of T-Glass a little bit of love. 40 of Slide Job coming on down. Maybe trying just a little bit of contact, a little bit of side draft maybe. Looks like Bowling's going to have a little bit of help to try to duck underneath the 15 from the 24 of Krabby. Just not there. You see the high line working all the way through the corner, but nothing doing right now for Slide. 16 is going to go up to try to intercept that run, but here comes the 38 of Bowling. He's going to take it into turn 1 and should have the preferred lane.
Yeah, I don't know if the 16 stayed out there on that caution or not. I don't believe he would add. It was a reason to pit. They're all going to have to pit again anyhow. Ooh, Slide Job makes a very bold move down to the bottom. He slid from the top to the bottom. Slight contact with the 38 going into the exit of 4. They're door to door. 15's looking on the outside. 3 wide going down the front straightaway.
Yeah, 3 wide coming down the front straightaway. 24 of Krabby Soup. A little bit of door music to that 16. 40 and the 38. 40 of Slide Job. 38 of Bowling. They are side by side. Behind them, they are 3 wide coming off 2. Going down the Nellis Air Force Base backstretch, and here comes the 33 as well. Oh man, these guys absolutely getting after it. Everybody should have their subs in, ready to go. Know what they've got. Either working on a long run, working on a short run. A little bit of contact there between the 16 to the back right rear of that 24 Krabby. No issue. The truck did not get out of shape behind them. Go ahead.
Ooh, the 16 got into the 33 there as he was looking to the outside. 3 wide again. The 33 is not happy. He comes back up and he gives him just a tad bit of a bump. They're going down here. The 16 is dropping like a rock after he played the strategy there. And the 16 does not look happy as he drives in very deep onto the back bumper of the 33 truck.
Yeah, looking on right now from the front bumper of the 74 of Owen Cornett. You see the 88. He's going to go ahead and jump right on it ahead of him. A little bit of a shot to the back of that Menards Silverado. Here comes Owen Cornett underneath. So there are battles all over this place. Here's the 16 of Siege Tempest now right behind the 33. Up front, the battle is getting thicker and thicker for P1. Working my way back up there right now. Riding along with the 15 after he tags the wall just a little.
Yeah, the racing up here for the lead is incredible. The 15 got in the wall just a tad bit, but the top 2 right here are nose to tail. Slide Job going to the high side here in turns 1 and 2. He's looking to get the run on the 38 of Bowling. It doesn't look like he's going to get him here on the back straightaway, but he's going to pull the draft and try to make a run at it here.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, he blocked him. I thought he was going to get under him.
Nope, I get you. It's the when you're looking ahead, it looks like they're a little bit closer than they actually are. But Bowling doing a pretty good job right now to keep the 40th slide job behind him. Again, slide job won both stage 1 and stage 2, so he's got a lot of points in the bank. Slide can afford to really just lay back and hope that the 38 is really driving that truck for everything that it's worth. He'll end up wearing out his right rear and maybe even have an issue if he's pushing that truck too hard to where coming off one of these corners you get super loose and have to correct it, and the 40 gets the lead that way. But right now, 38's going to do everything that he possibly can to keep the rest of the field behind him.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to manage the draft here. Here in the trucks, it's kind of like a restrictor plate race. Every track that you go 1.5 mile wise or 2 mile track, you have to control who's behind you and who you're giving the draft to if they're side by side, and go the lanes that they're not going. If you see that the 40's going high, you want to try to dip low. If you see that he's going high, you want to go low. You don't want to give the second place car the advantage of getting the draft all the way down a long straightaway or back straightaway here, especially at Vegas. You get such a huge run off this draft in the corners. It's important for the 38 to kind of play Dale Jr. defense here and move the truck around and see where it works and keep that 40 behind, because the 40's dragging a lot of cars back up to you. You don't want to pull all of them to you and then just have to play defense about 6 cars.
No, you don't want to. But it really looks like as soon as the 15 of T-Glass got up to the 40, it really started to allow the 38 to pull away just a little bit as they continued to run side by side. It really allowed the 38 just to kind of scoot away a little bit more. Let's see. Panda right now, slide job is in P2, right behind the 38 of NNR Bowling. There he is right there, running that Nice Motorsports entry all the way around the bottom with the 15 of T-Glass right there with him. So first through third, all pretty much nose tail. 15's getting a huge pull all the way down the backstretch, getting a big bump into 3 and 4. This should really help both of them catch back up to the 38. And as you see, the 40 just made up a whole lot of time.
Yeah, he got to the bottom. He made a very aggressive move down there to find any little bit of daylight that he could see in between the grass and the truck, and he made it stick. They kind of washed up a tad bit, but that was a very bold move there for Mr. Slide Job. But hey, if you're able to make it stick, go for it. And it looks like his truck is rolling the bottom very well here. He didn't clear him, but that was that's going to show that 38, that 40 truck is going to be very aggressive when the laps start winding down here.
Yeah, we've seen races won and lost. In fact, last year in the NNR Cup Series Championship from Atlanta Motor Speedway, one truck didn't seal off that bottom coming through the tri-oval, and they ended up going side by side. 38 made a little bit of contact off the side of that 40 truck. That might have been a little bit of not on my screen kind of thing, but I don't know. They'll have to definitely go back and watch, see the 40s making that truck very, very wide pretty often. Now the 15's going to try to come up to his outside. He got a great run off of 4 coming up. These two are going to be side by side going into 1.
Yeah, the 40 truck was able to get to the bottom and glue it, but the 15 is still on the outside getting a run on the top. He's going to try to side draft here down the back straightaway, side by side going into 3. 15 truck is going to try to they're going to get some separation now. Looked like the 15 was going to pinch him a tad bit, but he did not. The 40 is he's he's barely clear. He slid up in front of the 15 there. They don't believe that the 15 knew that he was clear. Oh, he did it again. Man, this is very tight. I don't believe that the 40 was clear at all on the nose of that 15. It looks like the 15 was very generous there to not cost the race for either one of those two gentlemen or the guys behind him. He backed off the throttle, but that was some very aggressive blocking right there. But hey, it's for a win. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, he's been able to keep that truck up front for the most part. He's had a few people come on up and challenge him for that lead, but each time, these blocks have really kept him in that top spot. This time there's 51 laps remaining. Again, thank you very much to the one and only NNR Cowboy for helping us out with the laps and fuel and all that. Definitely appreciate you streaming every week for us. Same thing for the one and only Swats, the Truck Series admin, as he's continued on the stream as well. Another battle for the lead. This time the 15 is able to get underneath the 40. Here comes the 40. He's going to come on down, try to pinch that 15 off. 38's going to keep with the 15 as well. So they should have the line coming through 1 and 2. But that high side momentum is may prevail yet again.
Yeah, the 15 and 38 are working together. It did not pay off. You're right. The top side still prevailed. The 40 truck has a very strong hot rod up on the top. But it's very interesting that the 15 and the 38 are working together. Two guys that they've made contact with the 40 here today. So are they going to continue to work together, or are they going to just go separate ways and take this 3 wide, as it looks like the 38 is going to get under the 15 coming out of turn 2 here? I guess this is depending on who is behind you at the time to make this move. The 33 is not able to have the speed, it looks like, to push anybody past. He's able to stay in the draft, but he's not able to give you the run to get a momentum shot to the lead.
Yeah, that time the 33 went all the way up the track. I mean, he went into where nobody else has been on the track yet. You see him all the way up the track in the white coming through the corner. He's not down in that lower lane, or that middle lane, we'll just say. He's all the way up, running that Kyle Larson, running that Dale Jr. line, and running old high, wide, and handsome like old Harry Gant. But so far, 33 is going to try to duck on back down again, and second and third continue to battle it out, trying to get ahead of the 40 of Slide Job. Who's going to be the next one to pull under or over him and try to take that lead? We'll just have to see. Again, want to thank everybody out there for coming out, hanging out, chatting it up, and keeping us company. Expert 154, thank you very much for the follow, sir.
Well, I guess while we're taking a break from calling this race, I'll do one of my famous plugs. If you're in this chat, you're watching this race, and you want some of the best merchandise from your favorite preset league on Xbox, go to NNRleague.com, and you can get mugs, T-shirts, clocks, anything that they have to offer. Welcome for the plug, Boehner.
There you go. Yep, NNRleague.com. Scroll all the way on down till you see the Zazzle tab. Give it a shot. And while you're there, give the league a follow. One of the first pop-ups that come up on screen is to follow the community on Facebook. Definitely be sure to do that. Go to @NoName_Racing on Twitter. Give the league a follow as well. Of course, I'm there. I'm Rick James, the Lucky Dog. Again, Lucky, hopefully you're on the mend and we see you back next week. But right now, we're starting to see the whole first round of green flag pit stops well underway. Here comes that 98 old Papa Bear trying to whoa it up, get down to pit road speed. He's going to get his adjustments in. There's a 23 of More Than a Cape, 38 of Bowling. He's going to come on down pit road now. He's like one of the first of our leaders to hit pit road.
Yeah, it looks like he almost did the same mistake he made earlier in the race of not getting woed up quick enough there, on pit road. But it looks like he did. Good that he got it. Reading in the chat that Bossy George has retired from the race. That's not good. Old Boss is a fuel mileage guy. He knows how to win these things here at Vegas on some gambling.
He's taking a few lessons from Dohar, has he? I get you.
Yeah. a lot of lessons from there.
All right. So as the 18 Safelite Tundra Cowboy comes back out on track, it's actually showing that the 99, the guy that I'm in with right now, has the lead. And it looks like he's actually going to duck on down below that white line just a little bit to indicate that he's going to be coming on down pit road. So we'll see Shad come on come on pit road this time by. Again, he'll grab those four brand new Eagle Feel Goods, fill it up with that Sunoco E15 racing fuel, and it'll get this Carolina Nut truck back on track as soon as possible. In the meantime, we'll try to go ahead and catch up with our new leader. And in fact, here's T-Glass and that 40 coming off pit road right now. I think eventually it's all going to cycle back to them. A little bit of instability in the lobby. Both trucks kind of kicking sideways just a little bit, merging up on the track after the end of turn 2, and they're going to hit the track the same way they went in.
Yeah, they came down pit road nose to tail. Looks like the 40 of Slide Job was able to get just a little bit of a distance on him there. Not a whole lot, but let's see. They're having to navigate the two cars in front of them. They really haven't had a lot of people in front of them this race, so let's see how their trucks handle in the dirty draft there, or how they handle under another vehicle, and who can capitalize to get the lead when it all cycles through here.
All right, well, looking at Cowboy Stream right now, it's showing the 38 truck in the lead. Got one truck between him and the rest. I think that is, who is this right now? Okay, so that's going to be the 51 of Swats. I think at last check, Boehner said that Swats was back on the lead lap when the stage break came. So not quite sure if he's still on the lead lap, or if he's lost one, if the 38 was just now putting him a lap down. But there you see the 40 and the 15 just behind the 51. 38's going to come across the start stripe, lead yet another lap. And when the 8 comes on by, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count, since everybody has been down pit road. Everybody should know what they've got here for the remainder of the race. But with 40 laps remaining, everybody should have to make one more stop, and maybe even a little bit more. We mentioned earlier here, Vols, that this track swallows up a little bit more fuel than what it says you've got when you first leave pit road.
Yeah, it definitely does. The tires are going to be a big of an issue too. We saw on the first stage a couple cars pitted before their fuel was even close to being empty, and they might, if they don't get a timely caution, which it doesn't seem like that they will, because they're all spread out here. You might see people try to turn this into a 2 or 3 stop race right here. Just depends on if a caution falls or if it doesn't fall. You can see who has a better strategy. Looked at the 38, got on and off pit road very well, and was able to get a sizable lead, as the 40's having a hard time passing Swats.
Yes, Swats keeping that 51 truck wound up on the high side and not allowing the 40 to go on by. Looks like the 15 got a pretty good run off the high side himself. He's going to be all over the back end of that 51 mobile rookie truck, although Swats is far from a rookie. 15 and 40 are going to stay side by side. 51 keeping them both right there in tow.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting. I see down here, Boehner posted in there that the top 5 was the 38, 40, 15, 16, and 33. The 51 is a lap down right here. Why he's, not kind of conceding over to the second and third place drivers. But I mean, you're fighting for the lead lap, and you think you have a good enough truck to catch the leader again. I don't know if the 40 has pissed him off during the race, but he got the 15 back by him. And you got a new second place guy there, T-Glass.
Yeah, I also kind of wonder, because obviously with Swats being the series admin here for the NNR Truck Series, with those guys double wide behind him, he might not have had anywhere to go right at that moment. I mean, yeah, he probably could have pulled all the way down on the apron or something like that. But if you do it abruptly, you also have the risk the chance of spinning out. It's not something that maybe he's running a very, very loose setup and can't make too many abrupt movements. If he was the first one to go down pit road, or his tire is a bit worn. I mean, again, it's one of those issues. We don't know what these guys are feeling. All we know right now is the 38 of Bowling's in the lead, 15 of T-Glass second, 40 of Slide Job is in P3. P4 looks like they were in a battle side by side just behind these guys. We'll try to catch back up with that. But Vols, so far, so good.
Yeah, top three is definitely setting a pace here that is beyond catchable for the guys behind them. The adjustments that these top three have made have been incredible, and they have ran a very good race, very tight race, close racing all the way through. A couple people in the chat have said that this is some amazing racing right here. You know, these guys are going to pit again, and we're going to see some head games going in. Who's going to dip down pit road first, and who's going to wait? The guys behind the 38 have 2 laps fresher tires, but that's not meaning anything right now. So maybe tires don't mean as much. And once they even out, if you can get a sizable lead like the 38 did, it is not going to matter if you pit a lap or two after. The 38 is showing that you can pit 2 laps earlier than everybody else, and you're right there. You're leading this race, and you have it in control. So let's see if he can hold it out all the way to the end and pull this win out and upset my pick for the race. So
We'll definitely have to see. I mean, the 38, he looks like he's got a pretty good handle on things. I know he was out here the other day running some laps against some of the best in Cup, and was running pretty consistent. Now he's in trucks. I wonder if he's figured out something in his Cup setup that he was able to transfer over into truck, and it really worked out pretty well for him. As Krabby, the 16, and I think that is the 33 up there battling it out right now for P4. But man, so you got a battle up front, you got a battle here for P4. The rest is kind of spread out behind this 24 Hooters Silverado. It's wide open spaces.
it's 31 laps to go this time by. The 15 and 40 are catching up to the back of that 38. They have worked together, pushing one another up to the front, but they're starting to get into lap traffic. You know, this has went green. So you got some of the guys that aren't on the pace of the top 5 and top 10 are kind of slipping back, and they are being about to be in the grasp for the leaders. The 40 has got under the 16 there, and he's trying to clear him off the exit of 2, but it doesn't look like that he will. They're going to be side by side all the way down there, and that's exactly what the 38 wants to see in his mirror. He wants to see them battle it out while he just drives under these cars that are going a lap down and just set sail. So,
boy, I tell you, I was just watching from the blimp version, or blimp cam, we'll say. The 15 was getting a great run along the high side just as they went into 3. The 40 slid on up and pulled him back just a little bit, but at the same time, you know, the 15 had to check up, so he didn't get too hot into the corner. Now here's the 15 giving it 23. CMRroofing.com. Truck a big old shove all the way down, all the way through 3 and 4. Oh, that's gonna put that truck up into the wall. Unfortunately, some contact from the 40 of slide job. 15 is going to be able to tail grab that Plan B sales Ford, or Chevy rather, and keep on moving. But it's a very unfortunate contact between the 40 and the 3 there.
Yeah, very unfortunate, but very hard racing. You got guys on different strategies and different speed sets out here in NNR, and that's what I like about this league. Is you have guys that come out here that have raced in trucks for a very long time, or has moved on to the Xfinity series, and the experience level is very vast. You know, I was watching the Cup race, and you had a very mixed bag of guys who were very well known and very competitive up front. Then you had some rookies make it. You know, Tripp, NNR Tripp got up there and ran third in his debut race, and then you come down here in trucks, and you've got people like Bowling and Slide Job that are competing with T-Glass, and some of these new guys like Boss and Cornette. You know, the vast experience level is shown, and you can see that the people that are rising to the top are your experienced guys.
Yeah, well, the 40 is definitely working on his. 40's he's doing everything that he possibly can to keep his main competition behind him. Uh, there, 40 just went on down across the apron. I'm not sure if he something happened with his wheel or what right there, but um, the 15 is no longer right there with him. There's a little bit of separation, but they'll go back and they can watch that later.
I will keep my opinion on that to myself. We
Yeah, please,
both
thank you.
know why I will keep my opinion to myself. But all in all, he's racing very hard for a position. You know, you're an NNR, you're in one of the top leagues other than eSpark, of some of the fastest competition. And this is where you make your name. You know, this is where you get noticed by people. The guys that are owning the Xfinity Series teams and the guys that own the Cup Series, they are looking down here in this truck series every single week looking for a sub for people, or they're looking for somebody that's going to step in if there's somebody that has to leave the league. And they're looking for perfection. They're looking for somebody that can come up here and run clean and be fast and can be competitive. That's going to come up to the next round and understand what they want to do and what they want to see. And I'm very impressed with what the 38 is doing. He is definitely Xfinity Series ready. He's very fast and he's very composed with the way he handles his truck in high pressure situations. We've seen him get hit. We've seen him get moved to the back, and he has came back to the front. And he hasn't done it aggressively. He's driven up very, very smart and very patiently.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of very, very smart, very patient people out here. Again, I mean, this is just kicking off the week. So, we got about 14 or 16 trucks out here tonight. A couple people have DNF for one reason or another. Not sure if it was during the one or two server bumps or lag spikes that we saw earlier, or if they just said, you know what, I don't have anything for these guys tonight. I'm just going to back on out of here. Hopefully that wasn't the case. Definitely like people that, if you start the race, that you're committed to it and you see it all the way through. That is one thing that the owners do look at, that you don't just say, you know what, I'm not fast, I'm gone. No, please don't do that. So if you're one of the guys that backed out just because you didn't have all the competitive speed tonight, just work a little bit harder next week. Come on back with a different piece. Auto Club is a completely different monster, almost like Michigan, and we'll see more out of that next week. But this is only the beginning of the week. We still have the Xfinity Series tomorrow night, where either Rick James will be in the booth, and if it's not Rick James, it'll be Boehner. And then on Thursday night, of course, the one and only Word Burton, he's going to pop on in the booth, and he's going to call these the Cup Series with me right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway, crowning 3 different winners here in Sin City. And so far, we've seen a little bit of sinning here on track. We might have to see who goes to confessional afterwards.
I see that Boehner has put in there that the 74 retired. Yeah, he was having a very good race. I believe that's Cornette, if my roster is correct.
You got it.
That's a guy that Tenacious had found. He's also in the service as well. I believe he's in basic training, and he's currently in AIT, which is really cool that we were able to go out and find that. And Tenacious knows how fast he is. He races down in MAGA League in the Truck Series and Xfinity. And for him to be able to come in and impress the NNR guys, that says a lot about that young man. And he's going to make some noise here in this league. I'm very excited to watch him going forward here.
Yeah, it kind of brought me back a little bit when he said he would be back in a little bit. He had final formation before they released back to the dorms or the chow or whatever for the day. So I remember those days falling out, heading up to my room. In my days, it was loading a John Michael Montgomery tape into a Walkman, and the Walkman was connected to a couple Sony speakers to play a little bit of music in my room. So. Yeah, I remember those days. Man, great memories. A whole lot of friends. Still talk to a few of them every now and then. But Owen Cornette, just like I told you earlier, Balls, thank you very much for your continued service. Keep on going through the field here. Try to catch back up. looks like right now the 38, he was able to cycle back to the lead, so we'll try to find old NNR Bowling right now. And it looks like he has a very handsome lead over P2. He's going into 1. P2 is just now getting to the start stripe.
Yeah, that's right. To quote John Michael Montgomery, life's a dance. You learn as you go. And the 38 has learned as he went in this race, and he has made a very strong believer out of me. And I'm sure if anybody out here is watching that runs the Xfinity series or runs up in the Cup, you are looking at this leader right now, and you are going, wow, this man has put it together. You know, from the start of the race till now, he's made a couple mistakes, but man, has he bounced back from them in a big way.
Yeah, at the same point, I don't think he's going to be taking this 38 machine to any Grundy County auction anytime soon. In fact, I'd wager a bet since we're here in Sin City that he's probably going to bring this old truck back to Chicago and a couple others and keep it off that auction block. And yeah, so far so good. He's brought a pretty good piece under him.
Oh, you crack me up.
I could do that too. But this time by keeping up with the 18 of NNR Cowboy. I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count and see where we sit. Looks like got about 15 laps of fuel. I think at the last time I saw him or Swats go down pit road, they were able to get about 23 laps. But again, that fuel tank lies. You burn fuel here a little bit quicker than what it says. Plus, I don't even pretend to know exactly what lap they're on in this fuel run. Actually, it says he's got 13 laps, and with now 14 to go, yeah, he's going to be 1 lap short, so he's going to have to save just a little bit. And we're riding along right here with 24 and 33 as they're side by side coming off 4.
Yeah, I'm very curious what happened to the 40 here, but the 24 Krabby Soup is getting challenged by that 33 right here going down in the corner. Man, very close. I think the 33 has pitted a lap later than the 24, so he has just a little bit fresher tires, but he tries to cross over here down the back straightaway, can't complete it, tucks back in behind him, and is going to push him all the way through the corner, try to make some headway up here, and see if they can try to catch these guys in front of them.
Yeah, 33 definitely seems like he's pretty content in running that middle line. That makes it very, very hard for the 24 to try to duck underneath Haskell the Rascal or go up on that high side, because the 33 washes up coming off the corner. So it's making it very, very hard for the 24 to find any serious line, make any serious challenge to get past the 33. Pretty good racing right there. Right now catching up with the 98 of Papa Bear. He's got the 16 of Siege, I believe that is. Nope, I'm sorry, that's not Siege. That is More Than a Cape. Now back up to the 38 of Bowling. Still has a very, very handsome lead over second place as he comes off of 4. It looks like second place was right in the middle. So as second place comes off 438's at the start stripe, so you kind of gauge what kind of lead he's got right now. And yeah, these guys are very spread out. Next time by, they should have about 10 laps to go, give or take. Really doing everything trying everything they can to catch up to the person in front, try to push him or pull the one behind to work their way back up to the next truck. Three trucks are stronger than one, stronger than 2. But there is a whole lot of gap throughout this field here, Balls.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that 38 truck does not want to see is a yellow flag. Gray said it best. Bowling has a huge and all caps lead. Absolutely. He is clearing by a straightaway here at Vegas. He has put his chips on red, and he is going for it. He's made it work all race long, and his hard work's paying off. You said earlier in the broadcast, Pete, that he wants this championship, and he came up ever so close at last week's race. He ain't coming up short here. He's coming out here to prove a point that this is his championship to win, and it's going to take a miracle to get it away from him.
Now you got to kind of wonder right now. All right, 38. He's got the lead. He's all over P1. Looks like the 40 slide job might be reeling him in just a little bit. If you're the 38 of NNR Bowling, are you really trying to back it down to save that one lap that you might need, or are you just trying to keep that 40 behind, wondering if he's backing it down? Are you also paying attention to your gap meter to see exactly how far you are between? Is he catching you? Is he running the same pace as you if you're backing it down, to see exactly what he's doing? A little bit of cat and mouse right here can be played, and they're really trying to do everything they can, I believe, to run that one extra lap. I'd love to be a fly on their dashboard to know exactly what they got in the tank.
Yeah, at this moment, the 38, I don't even think he's looking at his fuel. He backed off as much as he could. He had a pretty commanding lead for this whole time. He should be able just to roll the throttle, and he should have already saved that lap of fuel. And by this moment, I've turned the mirror off. I've turned the interval off. I've turned everything off. I don't care where that second place guy is. Anybody trying to talk to me at this moment to tell me that somebody's back there or catching me, I don't want to hear it until they're there. He only thing he cares about is what's in front of him. And they said that was 9 to go, about a lap and a half, 2 laps ago. Yeah, if I'm him, I could care less if the 40 or the 16, any of them's catching them. All you care about is how many laps do I got left and how hard I did it. But he hit the wall. Oh, the 38 made a mistake. He hit the wall coming off a 4 here. Oh, man, that is the only way that you're going to get beat, is if you beat yourself. And he definitely he put a chunk there. He knocked the crap out of that wall. I don't know if he's trying to push it harder, but he is definitely sliding off the corner here.
Yeah, I'm back up front with him right now, looking at those 4 hood pins. Looks like they're all pretty straight. I just watched the 38's tire light come up, and you've got to figure all these guys are really starting to feel the ill effects of this long run, as they got, I believe it's going to be right around 4 laps remaining from about 9th place. So if this 38 is feeling the same thing that 18 is feeling, man, he's got his hands full, really trying to hold on. The right sides on the 18 Safe Light machine for NNR Cowboy are at 13%. I don't know if they can run 4 or 3 more laps on 13% unless you're very, very steady going through the corners. You're not diving it in. You're not sliding up the track. You're not sliding off the track. You don't have too much wheel into it. You're really just navigating the track as you need to. You're not really pushing it. You're doing everything you can to conserve those last few percent, or that last little bit of that tire that you've got. Asbel, what's happening, sir? Good to see you.
Yeah, the second place guy has kind of closed this gap just a little bit. They said 3 laps to go that this time by. If it's 3 to go here, watching on the screen, it's closed, but it hasn't closed a whole lot. The 18 was very courteous and moved out of the way of the 38 here. Man, the 38 looks like, and it sounds like, listening to him here, that he's not hard on the throttle through the corners. He's kind of playing with it just a little bit to save it. He's not wanting to slide that tire like you said, because, man, it's getting grimy here. And I hope he does not run out of fuel or makes another mistake and hits that wall again, because he has this one in the bag.
Yeah, he absolutely looks like he's going to, and that was it right there. So 38 FNL Bowling, or NNR Bowling now, he's gone ahead and taken the second race of the season right here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. No slight margin of victory for it this time. He's able to get there in a pretty dominant fashion. The 40 of slide job, he got
crashed.
Yeah,
crashed off the 4.
He was able to take stages 1 and 2, so max points may still go to slide job, but 38 of bowling, able to get it done. He's going to be the one to sing with Wayne Newton. He's going to go in and hang out with Caesar. He's going to be dancing with the showgirls. Bowling buddy, congratulations. Way to get it done. Now, Vols, one quick thing here. This isn't a win and you're in kind of championship season. This is you got to be here all season long to make sure that you're up there in the points. There's nobody's guaranteed. Everybody in the top 16 makes it into the final 6, but there's no round of 16, round of 12, round of 8, round of 4, and then a championship race. This season is kind of going back to the way that NASCAR used to be, where you were consistent all season long. You've done an amazing thing with the points. Good job by Bowling getting it done tonight. All right, so we're gonna back
average finish. Average finish here for Mr. Bowling. Finished second last week. He has an average finish of 1.5. I think he's pretty consistent here this year.
Absolutely so far, but we're just getting this started. So big congratulations to Bowling for getting that done. 40 to Slide Job P2. Welcome back, sir, after your vacation. And we'll get these guys up into the booth after they're done with their cool down lap, and we'll talk to these guys. Going to take one more quick little commercial break. Again, guys, you want to know how to follow NNR Bowling. We'll play that one more time, and we'll be right back with your top 3.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, guys, thanks again for hanging out. I definitely appreciate everybody out there in chat that kept us company, kept each other company. Grace, Vols, I see you're out there in chat saying hey and keeping things going. It's Wallace. Thank you very much for coming and hanging out. Seventh Monkey, Asbull, Boehner, I definitely appreciate all the help in the chat, keeping everybody up to speed. As we continue to go through the field. Duct Tape, good to see. Good to see you back out here again tonight. I thought I saw one or two others as well. I think all in all we had about 22 people come on out and hang out and keep each other company. But so working our way over to the booth. I know that NNR Bowling took P1 and Slide Job took P2. Who came home with P3?
Slide Job didn't take second. T-Glass is P2.
Oh, okay. Who came in home with P3?
Haskell.
All right, so something you said that the 40 wreck coming off of 4. You weren't kidding. He must have completely lost everything there, Vols.
Yeah, he come out of turn 4, and I was watching him, and it looked like he blew a tire, went straight sideways, hard into the wall, and lost a ton of time. Limped it across the finish line. I believe he came out 8th right there. It was he lost a ton of positions.
Wow, very, very unfortunate for the man that dominated stage 1 and stage 2. So, all right, then we'll go ahead and come on through. You said Haskell, you came in P3, yeah? Haskell, was that right?
Yep. Sorry, I'm here.
All right, so P3, we saw you in that 33. In fact, Grace wanted to know, who you were. So you might have a new fan out there. But man, we saw you in that 33 a few times throughout the race tonight. Definitely in the later part of stage 2. You were very, very close to the front, mixing it up with the top 5, and then all of a sudden you kind of drop back a little bit. What happened between the start of stage 3, and take us through your last couple laps?
Yeah, I mean it's great to be here in NNR. Excited I got the invite in. Started off a little bit tight and really had to work on the setup tonight. At the end of stage 1, I think I was right at the end of top 10. And stage 2, I was really trying to save and get as much as I could out of the laps and got 2 tires, got 2 spots out of it. So I don't know if I really gained anything or not there. But third stage, I thought I had a good setup going and was working well. And after pit stops got in, everyone got spread out. I kind of got sorted through some stuff, but had a great battle with some of the guys there for third. And excited again to be here. So thanks for having me.
No, man, I'm glad you're here. I was able to follow along during your tryout races at the Glen and elsewhere. I think it was Glen and Auto Club and Dover, if I'm not mistaken. So I saw you and a few others. So, man, I'm glad you're here as well. It's always nice to see people that go from being a fan, keeping up with the chat, keeping everybody out there company, following along, listening to me and Lucky and Rick James and Vols and Word Burton to now talking about you here in the race. So, man, welcome to the NNR Truck Series. Good luck throughout the rest of the season, sir.
Thanks, man. Glad to be here again. Thanks.
All right, Vols, you want to take old Mr. T Glass?
Well, I sure do. Mr. T-Glass, what's up, man? Congratulations on P2.
Thank you.
So tell me about you were up here racing for the top spot all race long. What was that racing like, and what did you learn that's going to help these guys tomorrow night and the night after for the Xfinity and Cup race?
If Sly Job's out there, don't be near him. He's why I didn't have a chance to win at the end, because coming on to like 5 laps of fuel left, he hit me in the wall and we completely lost bowling. And then he goes and speeds on pit road, and I just had no chance to go back up and get bowling. But all in all, a good race. We finished second. Weren't really racing anyone at the end there. We were just by ourselves cruising, trying to catch bowling. But it was a fun race with the top 3 for a while. And stages 1 and 2 were pretty fun pack racing.
Yeah, to kind of describe that the pack racing thing. What was the difference of what kind of car you set up in the pack and versus by yourself?
Yeah, I could run a lot looser when I was by myself, because I knew if I did get loose off a corner, I could save it and I wouldn't be affecting anyone else. But like the start of stage 3, we were 3 wide, like 3 deep, and I was on the outside. And if I was too loose there, I would kill like the entire field and I would end up causing the big one. So it's a big difference between running by yourself and running in the pack like that. But it was a really fun race, all in all.
Well, man, congratulations on P2. And to quote Dohar, back to you, Pete.
Yeah, one quick thing there, buddy. Old T Glass. I tell you, you won last week by a very, very slim margin. Again, .033, over bowling. This week, bowling to get it done. So, Vols just mentioned that bowling's got a 1.5 finishing average. You're right there with them. You guys just basically swap positions this week. So, man, congratulations again.
Thank you.
You got it. And then the one and only NNR Bowling. I'm not going to call you FNL anymore. Bowling, buddy. You got me.
I got you loud and clear, Pete.
Man, I tell you what. You said in Twitter, and you told me that this was going to be your year for the championship. I went out on a limb, and I said, you know what? Bowling's going to have it this year. You proved me right so far. Talk us through your car. Talk us through those great, side-by-side, lap after lap challenges that you and the 40 and the 15 and the 33 and others had at many points throughout the race. And then what were you able to finally do to get that great track position to pull away?
It was a fun battle. The aggressive blocking might need to be addressed by the admins, but other than that, it was a pretty fun race overall. I got to get better at stages. I shot myself in the foot yet again in stage 1 with a speeding penalty. Ended up 10th, so stage points are going to be my nemesis tonight. I got the lead and I got separated. If I could get separated from so they couldn't get my draft, I had a good shot of staying ahead of them because I think all of our cars were very equal without the draft. With the draft though, it was hard to pull away at all. I mean, you're just going to sit right on top of each other, especially when there's 3 or 4 or 5 guys that all have very equal trucks. Other than that, I mean, it was a good race at the end there, just trying to save tires. I bounced it off the wall coming out of 4 at one point, and I'm like, oh my gosh, he's going to catch me now. But ended up with about 5% left on my tires. Come to the finish line.
Man, when you were able to get that track position and really scoot away, it really looked like Slide Job might have a chance at catching you until the laps were really, really winding down. You caught up to the 18 of Cowboy. He, very courteously allowed you or moved to the side, and that was actually putting ninth place a lap down. So not a whole lot of trucks went a lap down tonight, but you definitely seemed to have a pretty good piece underneath you. So now that you've got win number 1 in the bank, you came home second last week at Martinsville. Next week, we're heading on over to Auto Club. What are you looking forward to, and how confident are you going to be going into race number 3 already in this? It seems like this season is getting further and further, and it's only, we're coming up to week 3 already.
Yeah, it was Michigan last week, not to correct you or anything. But
I'm
we're
sorry,
going back
Auto Club is
to
next week. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going back to a 100% draft track again, and I mean you're going to see the same contenders up front. I mean that's what it is. You're going to see Shad up there. You're going to see T Class, a Slide Job. Haskell will be up there. Krabby will be up there. So I mean it's a draft track. If you lose the draft, goodbye. Your race is over.
Yeah, man, phenomenal race tonight. Great pitting. You definitely were able to do everything just right. Stages 1 and 2, you were right there in contention. Slide Job was just able to go ahead and grab those. But man, you're off to a great start. And like I was telling Vols before we got everybody up in the booth, this year it's not like it was last year. Last year there was round of 16, round of 12, round of 8, round of 4, and then the championship race. This year it's all about your consistent points all the way to I believe it's like the last 6 races of the season, and that's where the championship is really gonna take place. You're off on a pretty good start there, buddy.
Thanks, Pete.
You got it. Well, Vols, it's been fun. Yeah, I got to tell you, man. It's Vegas is one of those shows you never quite know what you're going to get with the draft and everything else that takes effect. Tonight, bowling's able to seal the deal. Definitely saw quite a few contenders up top. You've got one or two more races here before you get going. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody where they can find you, what you're going to be streaming, and then, buddy, one more time from me to you. Good luck on your way over to Korea and back. Safe travels all the way abroad, sir.
Yeah, if you people out there that are watching, you click on my new username and hit that follow button. You'll see tomorrow night about 10:30. We'll be broadcasting American Ethanol, and then I believe I'm going to speak to Fry sometime this week to try to include myself to continue broadcasting so people don't forget who I am. Some of the eSpark races sponsored by Filter Time. If you don't have Filter Time filters, you're wrong. If you go to their website, filtertime.com, and use the promo code Dale Jr., you receive 20% off your first order. Cheap plugs. Hit me up there. Follow me on Twitter at Terry Radford4, and you can stay in touch, and you'll be seeing me 2 more times on the American Ethanol side, and then we'll be offline for a while. So appreciate you for having me here in NNR. This is my new home. We'll be doing NNR for a while next season and racing and trying to commentate some more. So thanks, Pete, for letting me come do this. This was fantastic. It's an honor to be up here with you on your stream. All the people in the comment section appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon.
All right, and as for me, like he said, you're going to see him about 10:30 or so tomorrow night. I've actually got the 8:30 show with the NNR Xfinity series. They're going to be right back here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's going to be a good time. I'll have the one and only Boehner, either him or Rick James, if he doesn't call the TNT race as part of the ongoing tournament. So one or the other will be right back here with me, getting these Xfinity guys up and running, and we're going to call this show, and then Thursday night, of course, the Cup Series. That's where Word Burton's going to step on in, call that race, and then we're going to go ahead and complete the second week already of this season. It's just flying by. But everybody that's out there in chat, want to take one more quick second. I'm going to put that link for morethanAcape.org back up and back in, explain it one more time, and then I'm going to tell you about what I've got offered as well. If you go to morethanAcape.org or follow this link, $5 gets you one raffle ticket, $10 gets you 3 raffle tickets, and it's all for the Chase Elliott diecast that you see at the top of your screen with the scroll behind it. Yes, the diecast actually lights up. It's the first ever of its kind. It's all to support pediatric cancer research. Go to morethanAcape.org, read up on TJ's story. I hope that it does tug on a couple heartstrings and get you wanting to donate. More and more raffle tickets you purchase, obviously the better your chances. And then for me, I told everybody out there last year and this year that once I got my first Twitch check, my first Twitch check, I was going to put that all back out there into my stream. I'm doing this just merely for the fun of it. Well, that time has come. I've got 5 NASCAR.com $10 gift cards I'm going to be giving away, 3 Amazon.com gift cards, and a Dale Jr. diecast. All for subscribers. I definitely want to thank everybody that's out there for following. Subscribers, go on over. If you already have Amazon Prime, merge that with your Twitch account. You get what's called Twitch Prime. That gives you 1 free subscription a month. That 1 free subscription could get you one of these gift cards that I'm going to be giving away, or that diecast. Don't let it go by. Go on up, smash that subscribe button. If you've got Twitch Prime, it doesn't cost you anything. Otherwise, it's $5 a month. That gets you unlimited commercial-free content. It's one of these NNR commercials that I play. Otherwise, you might see 2 or 3 commercials throughout the stream. You don't want that? Hit the subscribe button, and we'll make that happen. But guys, I will see y'all tomorrow night, right around 8:30, with either Boehner or Rick James live in the booth, right back here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Y'all have a great night. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Keep apart from each other. And we'll see you somewhere around the track or on the next stream. Later, guys.